What's up, Taurus? It's Maris here with Actualized Tarot, here to bring a new reading to you. So if you're new to the channel, then welcome. The channel is also fairly new. So I just started getting on YouTube a few days ago. So there's tons of readings already up between general readings. I did mid-month zodiacs. I did a pick a card love, like a soul connection reading. There's all types of readings. So I had the idea for this reading today, and what I need from you, Taurus, is if you like this, to please leave me a comment and let me know. Because the channel's so new, I'm trying to figure out what you guys want to see, how I can best guide you and serve you as I'm creating videos. I want to do daily content as much as possible and record lots and lots of videos for you. So if you like this particular spread that I'm about to tell you about, then let me know, or go check out some of the other readings, subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, and commenting helps this reach other people who might be interested in it. So I would super appreciate that if you feel so inclined to like, share, or subscribe, or even leave me a comment so I can chat with you. Also, real quick, in the zodiac, the zodiac readings in the bi-monthly or bi-weekly, if that resonates with you, or if you want to leave your comment here, I am going to be picking people to enter to win personal cards being pulled or personal readings being done for them if they leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. So let me know if you do that so that I know that you want to be entered to win. And yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. I want to do like a career spread where I kind of give some guidance and pull whatever's going on in your career and mission, and give some guidance there for that. And then I also want to do a love portion. So this is going to be half career, half love. Each about 10 minutes is what I've seen so far. I just finished with the fire sign ones. So now I'm on to the earth signs, Taurus. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Again, don't forget to let me know if you like this, okay? Cool. So let's go. You just had a birthday, Taurus. We're about to enter Gemini season, which is exciting. I hope you had an awesome birthday. So let's see what's going on in your career and mission. We're going to pull an animal spirit card for you, Taurus, to get a theme. What's going on for Taurus? Spirit, what's going on for Taurus? Going on for Taurus and career. We have Eagle, mastery. Not surprised. Tauruses love to master everything they do. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So I'm definitely getting with this card, Taurus, that you could have been in a long-standing career or in a long-standing kind of gone down a pretty deep path in your career. But what I'm seeing is that with this eagle card, with this mastery, spirit is saying you've mastered something in your life up to this point, and wherever it is that you've reached, you could have reached the height of your company, you could have completely mastered whatever industry or skill you first entered when you got into the career path that you're in now. And there's some sort of wisdom that you have now, Taurus, that spirit is saying you haven't even reached the heights that you're going to go. And you might have reached the height of whatever industry you're currently in right now, or whatever it is that you're doing now. But there's something here about there being wisdom that you've obtained up to this point that you've now mastered wherever you are now. And you're meant to bring this wisdom to either a new industry or a new network that expands well beyond the skies, it says. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So I think your wisdom and message and whatever you've learned, whatever you've mastered up to this point is now meant to be brought to the world. Wow. So let's see. We're going to pull a life purpose card. So if you felt kind of stagnant or kind of oh my gosh, I've done everything, I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish, I feel like I've mastered whatever it is that I've wanted, to do in this industry, and you're feeling kind of lost, this definitely could be a message that you really are just beginning whatever your spiritual path is. a lot of times we can enter into, material type career paths that are, what we went to school for, or what we thought was going to bring us a lot of money. Definitely if you're a Taurus, then you really value, financial stability and financial freedom. So you could have taken a path that was really, chosen maybe based on the material wealth that it would bring you, because of kind of that natural desire you have to be financially abundant. I think I was trying to say dependent and abundant. I think financial abundance is really important to you. And now I think Spirit is like, that's great. That's gotten you to a certain point. But you also have a spiritual mission that you are on this earth to fulfill as well, Taurus. Okay, so let's see what else we have for you. Can I get a life purpose card for Taurus, please? Study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Okay, Taurus. Also, we have nutrition at the bottom of the deck. Your conduct. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So you could have a passion for cooking potentially. You could be wanting to do a cookbook. I'm seeing a book here. With that, for some of you, that's just for some of you with nutrition, or you could have gained some sort of wisdom or have a spiritual path for helping people, nurture their own body, whether that's in any type of like health and wellness or fitness or something like that. For some of you, that could be your spiritual path and mission. I'm also getting, though, with this study that if you're drawn to reading or listening to podcasts, or there's some sort of like books that you're being drawn to right now, or articles or keywords that you're thinking to search, keep going down that rabbit hole. I think whatever you are naturally drawn to is Spirit's way of kind of guiding you through the searches that you're feeling prompted to click on, or keywords you're thinking about searching. So whatever it is that you're drawn to, especially right now, Taurus, in books or on the web or things that just cross your desk or cross your email, if something sparks your interest, I think that this is Spirit's way of saying like, hey, dig a little deeper into that, because I think there's going to be messages for you as far as what it is that you're very drawn to. If you already are very drawn to certain podcast books, types of books, something like that, separate that from how it's fulfilling you in your current work life, and try and see like, hey, am I meant to be an author? Am I meant to be a podcaster? Am I meant to be the person who's sharing this wisdom from my own unique perspective? Oh, I just got Siri. Sorry. From my own unique perspective, like, am I drawn to this because it's like fulfilling me, or am I drawn to this because I'm meant to be doing this, right? That was like a lot of what tarot was for me for a while. I was exposed to it and became obsessed with it because I was really drawn into like relationships and understanding them, and psychology and astrology and all that kind of stuff. And then I was introduced to tarot on YouTube, and then I watched it and consumed it, and like, for hours and hours and hours for years, right? I soaked and absorbed like so much of my time in life, and like attention was given to that. And so eventually I was like, you know what? I need to get my own cards. I'm so drawn to this. Like, let me get my own cards. And then I learned that was something that I was really good at, and I was meant to be a healer and a guide, and I was meant to start a YouTube channel. So here we are, right? So there's something about that I'm getting with this. Whatever you're drawn to, whatever you're consuming a lot of naturally, could be Spirit's way of kind of guiding you into that path. There's something that you've already accomplished or mastered in this life that you are meant to then translate either into a book, into a podcast, into something that's going to reach the world, okay? And by you doing research into potentially how other people have done that, or how you could do that, or just digging deeper into it in general, could give you some sort of answer about what your true calling is, what your higher calling is, what your spiritual path is. That's awesome, Taurus. Let's see what else is going on for you. We're going to pull a couple more cards to kind of tie this together. I'll get some advice from Spirit, and then we're going to jump over to the love portion. So Taurus, if this happens to not resonate with you, this career part, you could definitely jump over to the love part and see if that resonates with you. And if neither of these resonate with you, just remember, Taurus, that all of the zodiacs apply to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. So there definitely could be a career, mission, or love message for you in one of the other sign readings. So go and check those out, Taurus. And if it does resonate with you, don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know. I want to chat with y'all in the comments, and I definitely want to know if you like this so that I can do more of it. All right, let's see, Taurus. What else is here for Taurus? What else is here for Taurus? I'm definitely getting with this eagle and then the owl. There's an eagle and then there's an owl here. So I definitely think that there's, you know, a small little message or a big message about seeing things from a higher perspective. Okay? There we go. Peace. Another bird. I'm definitely seeing with this peace card that whatever this new thing is will bring you peace. If you're feeling really unsettled, which I was picking up on earlier, just like where are you going to go next? Because you kind of already mastered something. You don't exactly know where you're supposed to go next. Never ending story is at the bottom of the deck. We also have 37. If you put 3 and 7 together, that's a 10. 10s are all about cycles closing and there being an end. I feel very strongly that Spirit is trying to tell you, and probably with this never-ending story has been trying to tell you for a while now, that something is coming to an end. There's definitely something that has been meant to close out. You mastered a long time ago, and you've been holding on to this maybe because of financial stability or because it's just what you know really well, and you haven't really tapped into what your spiritual calling is. I'm definitely getting that there is a new spiritual path that Spirit wants you to embrace, and that when you, right here we have the 23, 2 and 3 is a 5. 5s are all about change. This is a time for change right now, Taurus, for you to embrace whatever is ended, whatever you've mastered. And how can you use that? You don't get rid of it. Everything that we learn in this lifetime is meant to build on each other, right? Like, lessons are all kind of being added together. I really like Mary Jo from Soulful Revolution. If you don't follow her channel, go follow Soulful Revolution. Mary Jo does daily readings and all sorts of stuff, and she's really big on mission and purpose, and she talks a lot about wisdom is when you can connect the dots. That data is like gathering all the information and then making sense of it and like connecting the dots, and that is how you get wisdom. And that's what I'm getting from everything that you've kind of like figured out, all of these, like, you know, all this information you're going to gather from studying, from going in, all of this is going to come together to where you're going to be able to connect the dots. And then that wisdom is meant to be channeled into something that's going to then serve the world from a higher purpose. And it's going to bring you a lot of peace, okay? It's going to bring you a lot of peace when you align with your soul's path and your soul's mission. You don't have kind of a lot of the same material sort of stressors like I'm seeing in this fairy on top of this, just being really stressed and exhausted and not knowing what's coming next. When you enter your soul's path and mission, things flow a little bit easier and you have a lot more confidence in the decisions that you're making because you're aligned with Spirit and what your spiritual path is, okay? So let's get one more card before we get some guidance, and then we're going to jump straight over to the love, okay? This is the Cosmic Journey deck. Love this deck. Spirit, what's going on for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus in career and mission? Let's get a career and mission card for Taurus, please. Your 11-year-old self. All right, Taurus. And you will only see the way by making the way. This is definitely time for you. I'm definitely seeing with this, connecting the dots to figure out what your new path is going to be, okay? Your 11-year-old self. This card is all about reconnecting with your inner child. So reconnecting with what makes you happy. That's exactly what I was getting with. What are you naturally drawn to when you're studying? What used to fulfill you when you were a child? What was just fun and natural and playful to you? There's something about reconnecting with your 11-year-old self so that you can rediscover what it is that you're passionate about, what it is that's just going to make you feel free and happy and peaceful. And then take all the wisdom that you've gained from your studies, from your work, from whatever you've mastered, and combine that with what makes you feel carefree and happy. What would light up your inner child and bring your inner child peace? And that is going to help guide you to your soul's mission. I love that. All right, let's see. Definitely Tauruses, are like, a lot of Tauruses can bear the weight of feeling like they need to be the provider because they're the ones that think the most about, financial stability and how they're going to be financially stable. I think that Spirit's calling for you to trust that you're covered there. You're going to be fine. And tap into the other side of you. What are you drawn to? Taurus is Venus energy, so that's all about like beauty and love and sensuality and getting grounded in nature and like just appreciating, and finding peace and balance in what you find beautiful. So reconnect with maybe, just what you're drawn to naturally. That's just what I'm getting with all of that. All right, let's see. Spirit, what's your advice for Taurus? Ooh. Emperor in reverse, release control. You're not listening to your intuition right now. It's causing you a lot of confusion and you're not able to be decisive. Spirit's calling for you to make a decision. You need to make a decision, okay? With this King of Swords, Seven of Cups, this is all about not being confused about which choice you're going to make, and Spirit saying, hey, I need you to make a choice. You're not listening to your intuition right now with the High Priestess being in reverse. You're not listening to your intuition and you are majorly trying to control this situation. So let go of control, connect with your higher self, which is what we're already getting, and make a decision. You need to stop having so many options and giving yourself so many options. You really need to tap in to researching so that you can come to this conclusion. Okay, Taurus? So that's a beautiful message. Let me know if it resonated in the comments down below. And let's jump over to the love section. All right, love. So we're going to pull a romance angel for Taurus. That was definitely the longest career message I've had so far, Taurus. So if you skipped over that and you're jumping straight to this love section, then definitely go back and watch that if you feel like you're at a crossroads right now with what to do with your life. All right. One more. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on in love. Ooh, my voice cracked. All right, let's see. You deserve love. You are lovable. I'm not actually in a wedding. This situation involves marriage. You could be dealing with somebody that you are already committed to in love that you feel like you are not getting love from, or they don't make you feel loved. So Spirit could be saying, hey, you deserve love. You are lovable. If you are not getting that out of whatever situation you're in, then this could be Spirit's way of saying that. We're going to get more on all of this. Or you could be meeting somebody that shows you could be meeting a true love that makes you feel loved, and that could be leading to marriage if you're single. All right, let's see where we're going with this. You are lovable, Taurus, and you deserve love. You deserve higher level commitment. we're getting a lot of like, feeling like Spirit's really wanting to come in to say like, you could have been involved in like a lot of just like traditional, material, like ways of viewing life and relationship. And I'm really feeling Spirit calling you to tap into like the spiritual side of who you are, Taurus, and like what you deserve, and not only career, like having a peaceful, happy, like fulfilling career life, but also a love life that makes you feel really loved. And Tauruses can be very, very stubborn. That's a huge trait of Taurus. And I feel like sometimes Tauruses can convince themselves that because of that nature, that like natural kind of stubborn energy, that maybe they're just meant to be a provider and not meant to be lovey-dovey, or they convince themselves that they don't deserve love and they just are meant to be providers. And Spirit's coming in to say, hey, you can still be a Taurus and have all your same Taurus energy, but it doesn't mean that you don't deserve love. And it also doesn't mean that you need to be in a career that's not fulfilling or not, you know, serving the rest of the world with potential spiritual gifts or even guidance. So I was talking about this in one of the last readings I just did, like having like spiritual gifts or giving your spiritual guide or nature doesn't have to be in a way like I'm doing, you know, tarot on YouTube right now. It can be in the sense of just incorporating kind of that wisdom and spiritual nature of guiding others, and giving your wisdom and your truth of your path will then help heal and guide others, even if it's not necessarily in a traditional route. So you could be a motivational speaker who's not necessarily a healer, but your motivational speaking could definitely heal and guide people in their life path. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can be a guide or a healer. So let's see. You deserve love. What's going on here for Taurus? Pause. You could be on a break with somebody. Let's see. What else is going on for Taurus? Cycles. You definitely could be going through a potential cycle of being on a break with somebody. We have lessons here at the bottom of the deck. There could be some lessons that you need to learn in order to close out a karmic cycle. There could be, once this lesson is learned, that this karmic cycle will close. There's definitely a lack of there being a completion of some sort of cycle. Okay, I don't know if I showed you this. So you deserve love. You are lovable. And then we had pause and cycles, and then we had lessons in reverse. So this definitely could be a time where you're trying to learn what is needed to close out this cycle. I'm going to get more on this from the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Oh, I'm not able to get these shuffled as easily today. Everything's sticking for you a lot. That could definitely be a sign of resistance. You could be resisting a lesson. You definitely could be resisting this karmic cycle closing. So you're kind of like putting a pause to it. You're like, no, I don't want to fully learn the lesson, because that means that the cycle's going to close, and then that could potentially end a marriage, or then I would be having to admit to myself that I do actually deserve love, and then I would have to take a look at my life, and if I realize like, oh no, like I'm not in a career that makes me happy, I'm not in a marriage that makes me happy, then you would have to make a lot of scary changes. And I definitely could see you wanting to avoid that, because Tauruses don't like change. They like stability. They like whatever is comfortable and familiar. So that's a message that I'm getting right now. Definitely with Five of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. Isolated and alone, the Five of Pentacles can be a card of fear of abandonment or being left out in the cold, or definitely a loss of finances. So if it did involve some sort of marriage or commitment or career change, you could be afraid of losing money. Four of Pentacles is definitely a card of lack. This is exactly what I was saying with Five of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. These are literally both cards of like Four of Pentacles is like holding on to, guarding your heart, holding on to your resources, being afraid, having a lack mentality. It even says scarcity mindset at the bottom, isolated and alone. Five of Pentacles is financial loss. It's also being left out in the cold. So loud and clear, Spirit is confirming what I was picking up on for both love and career for you, Taurus. So I definitely feel there could be some fear about this cycle closing. Moon, fear, boom, illusions. Okay. This is like clear as day. The Moon card is all about like what's secret, what's hidden. Strong fear coming through. I'm terrified of this coming to an end, of this cycle closing. Both of these cards have the Moon, and then this pause card has the sunrise or sunset with pause. I am so strongly here, like you're just trying to hold on to that last little bit of daylight. Just holding on to it, pausing it right here so that the moon doesn't come up in secrets and fears and all of that doesn't get revealed. But at the end of the day, Spirit's saying, look, you deserve love. And I'm going to hit you with love whether you like it or not. That's Cupid coming in with Cupid's arrow. Two of Wands, needing to make a decision, lesson. We're getting more like planning decisions, books. There's a lot of like lessons that I think you're going through right now, or lessons that Spirit's like, you've already learned this. Like you're going round and round in this cycle, refusing to accept the lesson, refusing to learn the lesson. So I keep giving you the lesson over and over and over again. It's time for you to learn the lesson and choose a new path with Two of Wands, planning and decisions. Clear as day, Taurus. You need to accept the fact that you are lovable and you deserve love. All right, Taurus, we're going to pull some cards for what's going on with your person. Already going way over in your reading. So we're going to pull some cards for what's going on with your person, get some messages from them, and then some advice from Spirit, okay? So let's do one more little shuffle. All right. Messages from this is just going to be what's going on with your person, whether it involves you or not. This is just what's going on with love in your person that you might be dealing with. And I feel like this is a lot that has to do with you and a potential commitment that you're already in. Seven of Cups, yeah. I'm honestly getting this a lot more to be you. Being confused. Not wanting to give up on this, being confused, not wanting to give up on this, being very stubborn about letting this go. Maybe being at a point where you want to finally let this go because you're so exhausted. Page of Pentacles, needing to learn a lesson. This is learning a lesson and not learning the lesson. I feel like these are cards have to do with you. But divine intervention is coming in. That's what I said. Spirit's going to hit you with Cupid's arrow whether you want it or not. So although I'm getting this for you, I'm still going to pull some messages in case you are dealing with somebody in love and you want to hear messages from them. I don't feel that I'm getting a lot of like your person's energy in this. I'm feeling a lot more Taurus, like this is Spirit talking to you and you needing to kind of come to terms with the situation that you're in when it involves love. But hey, maybe these will be messages from you to your person. And maybe that'll just be Spirit's indication of how you really feel. Or this could be somebody else to you. Take your situation as it resonates, however the energies apply to you. This is a general reading, so not all messages are going to apply, Taurus. Also, don't forget that if none of this, the career or love, or either or, did not resonate with you, then go check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. All of that energy can apply to you. Potentially, there could be messages in there for you. So let's see. See what wants to come out with messages, and then I'm going to get some advice to you from Spirit. You're the only person who truly gets me. Even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. Okay, that's enough. I'm working towards a better future. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. Even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. You're the only person that truly gets me. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. I'm working towards a better future. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you, and I got spooked. This definitely could be dealing with somebody in the past that you've rejected who... See, again, I'm getting this as you. Because you were the one who felt you weren't deserving of love. So you definitely could, or this could be the other person. If this is not you, then all of this is what's going on with your person. But it's very clearly, unlike the other signs, I'm very clearly just getting like, these are Spirit's messages out about one specific person. I'm not really getting the two sides that I was getting before, okay? So I'm going to pull some advice from Spirit and then wrap this up. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is, again, needing to make a decision. King of Cups. You or the person you're dealing with has a fear of opening up emotionally. We just got that. But Spirit's advice is to communicate, okay? Stop holding back communications of love. You're not getting anywhere with this. It's making you come off very hot and cold, or your person's coming off very hot and cold. There's something that needs to be acknowledged by you, Taurus. I think you need to tap into your King of Cups energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All this wand energy right here could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But what I'm getting is like to get out of this player energy, this Nine of Cups. Okay, player energy is just like popping in and out whenever you feel like it, not really committing to anything. I think that it's time for you to admit how you really feel, either to yourself or to somebody else. You deserve love. If you're not getting love out of the relationship that you're in, it's time for you to stand up and actually admit that that's something that you want and something that you need. You don't need to be afraid of this. If a cycle needs to close, if a marriage needs to end, then let it end. You're not going to be rejected if this is someone that you're wanting to go towards. If you're single, you won't be rejected. That person will accept your cup of love. And that's what I got for you, Taurus. So I'll see you in the next one. If this resonated, leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel.